If you take people like Jay-Z and fucking Pusha T, they made their living killing our people. So how the fuck they gonna stand up for our people? You know what I'm saying? But we forget that because we love Jay-Z's music so much. We love Pusha's music so much, right? But you think they would ever, oh, Beyonce had the best hit for somebody else?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You think they would ever tell the truth? No, if they told the truth, they'd go to jail. You know what I'm saying? So you have liars.
Man.
Liars are now the face of our culture.
That Jay-Z was involved in some dark things. They say he's in the Illuminati. They say that he's, you know, he's in some satanic rituals. But now, unfortunately for Jay, they're saying that he's in the Epstein files. I think
No name is more surprising than Jay-Z and Pusha T.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. When Cat Williams said that 2025 was gonna be the year of reckoning, I think he actually meant to say 2026. Now, I already know that a lot of y'all done seen the headlines come out about Pusha T and Jay-Z and these wild accusations. But before we even jump off into that, just let it be known that they're not the only individuals that's wrapped up in this mess, man. We talking about high-ranking politicians, celebrities, news anchor hosts, man. It is crazy, bro. But just to give y'all a general synopsis of what's going on in the bubble, let's get off into this video. But we finna break down everything that was said when it came to regards to Pusha T and Jay-Z, man. But first, let's get off into what this girl had to say.
Okay, they finally released the Epstein files. Let's get into it. So in the 3 million documents that were released, Donald Trump is mentioned over 5,000 times. And I know liberals, you're like, oh my God. However, I need you to know that Obama was mentioned 2,500 times. Your boy Clinton was mentioned 3,900 times, and Bill Gates is mentioned 6,300 times. The way that the system works is you can type in someone's name and it will show you any document with that person's name. So the DOJ did warn, just because someone is mentioned does not mean they are accused. And I will say, after pouring through hundreds of these documents so far, that is definitely the case. A lot of the mentions about Trump, the vast majority, are things about his real estate dealings or just an email sent from one person to the next about Trump's campaign, or just fluff, honestly. Now, one document I do want to discuss is the NTOC call log. This was the FBI's tip line where people were calling and leaving anonymous accusations against Trump. Now, they're saying all types of stuff in here, but when you look closer, for the vast majority of them, when the FBI reached back out to try and get more information, the person never responded. They either left a bad phone number, they said that they were going to send an email with more information, they never did. Even one person, the FBI said they were deemed not credible because that person had 3 separate reports of the law enforcement needing to call and have them mentally evaluated. So again, I'm going to keep looking through all of this because if Trump is guilty of something, I want to know, right? As a Trump supporter and as a mother to a young girl, I care about this. I do want to know, but I will also be looking into why Gates is mentioned 6,000 times. Obama is mentioned 2,000 times. Clinton is mentioned almost 4,000 times. You guys should care about whoever's on this list, not just Donald Trump. And I have to say, this one document really gives credit to Trump's claims that the left slandered him throughout his entire campaign run, because they literally had people calling the FBI and making up stories about Trump. Now, I'm going to keep reading. And again, if he is guilty, I want to know. But I must say, what I'm seeing so far leaves a lot to be desired.
Now, one thing about it is this. She mentioned that everything that was said about Trump could be dismissed unless it was proven 100% concrete. And to be honest with you, bro, I can't agree with that, man. At this point, those type of accusations that are being made, in which case we're not going to go off into those into depth, but I do encourage y'all to go to the DOJ, man, and look in those Epstein files for the Epstein library. But we're going to get off into what got the internet and the hip hop community in an uproar. And it would be those emails that's pertaining to Pusha T and Jay-Z. Now, bear with me, man, because a lot of this stuff is redacted. Now, these are all coming through emails. And the date that it was received was 7/10/2019 at 8:20 in the morning. Now, the details was this. On 7/10/2019 at 8:20 in the morning Eastern Time, redacted, and also redacted, called the FBI National Threat Operator Center, the NTOC, to identify herself as a victim of SA by Jeffrey Epstein and others. Now, redacted provided the following information. In approximately 1994, forgive me because they got a lot of this information redacted, and I don't know why they have some information redacted and other people's names in there. I don't know, maybe it might be revealed later on. Now, in approximately 1994, a redacted person who was a past victim of SA by Jeffrey Epstein described redacted as a friend of redacted. Like I'm saying, there's a lot of redacteds in here, man. In approximately 1996, redacted resided with redacted in redacted. An unknown male abducted redacted from her home when she later awoke in the presence of Harvey Weinstein and Sean Carter, which would be Jay-Z. And this is right here on the official documents, bro. Now let's go ahead and proceed. While Weinstein had inserted his finger into redacted and redacted, believed she was in Epstein's mansion in Florida. Now, this is very descriptive information, and if it's making you uncomfortable, I advise, if you can't stomach this type of information, like most of us can't, I would advise that you click off of this video, because this information inside of here is crazy, bro. And for educational and journalistic purposes, I have to do my job and go over it. Although I must put a disclaimer out there that all of these accusations are alleged. I cannot prove concrete whether or not these artists or individuals that are being named actually did any of this stuff. I'm just reading directly from the Federal Bureaus of Investigation, which would be the FBI, and these files just became unclassified. Now let's continue to read. Again, let's go over it once again. In approximately 1996, redacted resided with redacted in redacted. Now, when they're saying in redacted, they're actually talking about a place, I would assume a location that they don't want people to know about. And again, they proceed to say an unknown man abducted redacted victim from her home when she later awoke in the presence of Harvey Weinstein and Sean Carter, which would be Jay-Z. Now, while Weinstein had inserted, like I said earlier, she believed that she was in Epstein's mansion in Florida. Now, this is what's crazy, bro. Y'all can even look here for yourself. I'm showing it on the screen. It says that approximately 1996, the redacted was with redacted in redacted. But just below here, they actually are giving us the locations and the coordinations. They letting us know that it was in Florida. Just crazy. Now, let's go ahead and keep going. Redacted estimated that she was abducted on several occasions, awaking each time in an opulent indoor setting. Redacted suffered from SA on multiple of those occasions in which Epstein participated. It's crazy, man. Redacted recalled Leon Black and William Barr, a current United States Attorney General, being present during some of the accusations of the abuse. Now, in approximately 2006, Redacted last recalled being abused by Epstein. On each occasion, believed that she was drugged because it was clouding her memory, and redacted attributed to drugging as frequently performed by persons assigned as handlers, whom she described as person who's established friendships with victims among her handlers. Listen, bro, this is where it gets, I'm not gonna lie, get a little dark right here. Again, I'm gonna put a disclaimer out there, man. You gotta dig me, man. If y'all can't take this type of information, hey man, go ahead, click off of this video, bro. Because right now I'm just doing my due diligence as a journalist and reading directly off the DOJ website. So let's proceed, man. Now let's go back over that again. Redacted believed that she was drugged, clouding her memory. Redacted attributed to the drugging as frequently performed by persons assigned as handlers, whom she described as a person who established friendship with the victims. Among her handlers, Redacted identified artist Pusha T, bro. Now, this is what got the hip hop community in an uproar right now. But again, I would urge and encourage all individuals with an intellect on their own for you to go ahead and decipher and dissect all of that information as you will. And also, in the Jeffrey Epstein files, the library, you can go in there and search name by name people, bro. It's real crazy. So let's just go ahead and finish this out right here, because this is disturbing. Like I say, I want y'all to go through that and, do your own due diligence. But at the same time, I'm just doing my journalistic due diligence. I don't want no penalties from YouTube. Now, Redacted claimed to have additional information on other persons involved in the enterprise and information related to racketeering conducted in support of the trafficking. Now, Redacted further believes she was under surveillance and stalked at the direction of people involved in the SA. So, man, that's crazy, bro. Man, man, this is, if any of this is true, the judicial system is so, I mean, I ain't even finna go into it. Now, Redacted confirmed that she was not diagnosed with any mental illnesses, and Redacted refused to provide her physical address, advising that she maintained no permanent address. Rather, she moved between staying at different hotels. Yeah, so that's that right there, man. I said, this information got the internet in an uproar, bro. And believe it or not, bro, they say Beyonce done lost 10 million followers since this information came out. They say that Jay-Z scrubbed his Instagram. And this is what they're saying. I'm not saying it. Y'all know Jay-Z is a powerful person, bro. You feel me? Matter of fact, all of them individuals that was visiting those mansions are powerful. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see way more stuff come out about way more people. But again, these documents are out there. It's heavily redacted, but then again, there are some versions that aren't redacted that are floating around the internet. They saying that they coming through and editing this shit in real time, bro. That shit is crazy, my nigga. Like, bro, they was even talking about Joe Rogan's podcast and some of this shit. Elon Musk, oh my God. Like, look, I'll keep y'all updated, bro. Jump in the comments if y'all want me to keep y'all updated and just keep this shit right here going, because we can really go down this rabbit hole together if y'all want to. Jump in the comments, let me know, man. But look here, man. Hey, man, look here, say, man, I'm gone.